What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, Keys?
How are you? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm okay.
You
I'm
okay?
not gonna complain. Yeah.
You're not gonna complain?
Yeah,
ain't
they don't want
nobody.
to hear all that.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna care anyway.
They don't want to hear all that. I know they ain't gonna
Nobody's
care.
gonna
It's
care.
okay.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna care either.
I mean, I would care a little bit, I guess.
Oh wow.
But
He's on his petty today.
I bet. I guess I can care a little bit.
That don't even sound convincing. You know,
I know,
somebody
right?
say something to you and ain't even
But you
convincing
already,
at all.
but you already know
It's
what
all
it
in the
is.
facial expression.
Man, you already know what it is, man. You already know what
I
it
know,
is.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, y'all? Thanks so much for joining us. If you are listening and you've been tuning in, welcome back. Those of you are tuning in, watching us visually, thank you for joining. Make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Please share. Please share.
Share,
You know.
share.
Yeah.
Share.
We done got quite a few new subscribers. I just wanted to say a special shout out to y'all. You know, if you're one of the new subscribers, this is your hello. What's happening? How you doing? Appreciate you.
Hey.
If you are a subscriber that's already been with us from the beginning, or even in the middle, or even, you know, whatever.
You off
What's
and
happening?
on again. What's
You with
going
us?
on?
Watch, share it. Hey, we appreciate it, man. Slow growth. But I'd rather have people who really ride with us so we can build, you know, a family than just to have a whole bunch of numbers. So I'd rather the numbers be low, but it be quality than to be high and there's no quality at all. You know,
Ooh.
so I appreciate all of y'all. For real.
He's talking good already. We ain't even got into the episode.
Man, I always talk good. Why you acting like I cut it on and off? Okay?
You do.
Let's get it right.
You cut it on and off when you feel like it.
In your opinion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
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 In your opinion. What we talking about today, Key? What we talking about?
We're not gonna go there.
Is this part 3? Did we add?
You know what?
Because we did add a part 3. It was only going to be 2, but we added a part 3.
We did add a part 3
because of the responses that we were getting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
we
so
added
let them
a part
know.
3, and you know, on this is probably the finale of part 3. Let me just tell you, we've been talking about cheating. Episode 1, Uni basically talked about a lot of stuff, and I let slide. He did go in. Mm-hmm. You know, and then part 2, we both went in. Now part 3.
No, you went in on me.
I went in on you on part 2.
You went in on part 2. You went in on me for going in on part 1.
I was probably feeling away. It's okay.
You was
I got it all out of my system.
Yeah, I hope you did. Because now this episode is to try to help people prevent the cheating from happening.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to mainly talk about. Of course, we're going to kind of dive off into some other things, but the main subject is going to be, what can we do not to necessarily stop the cheating from happening? Because, you know, we have no control over what the next person does. Mm-mm. You know, the next person
we can help it though.
We can help. We can do what we can on our end. So that way, if it does go south, you can look yourself in the mirror and know, like, you know what? I did what I could do on my end to keep that from happening. And so when it does happen, then, you know, you can sleep. You can sleep at night, you know, because there's some people out there that will create a situation and have you feeling as if it's
your fault.
Mm-hmm. Or something
and
that
you know
you've
what?
done.
It might be. I hate to say that.
No, say it, because you're right. They're in some cases it is their fault, but in a lot of cases it might not be. It might not be. And so before you accept that, just
I just
know.
hate to be the one. I mean, y'all already, be coming for me, but I feel like if somebody is cheating and there's a possibility it could have been prevented. I think your partner probably gave you some signs and some warnings before they actually did it. Taking care of your partner's needs is probably one of the biggest things it comes down to when people cheat. If you are not taking care of your partner's needs, then of course they're going to be feeling away. And what do we always talk about when it comes to a relationship? Communication. If they not able to come to you and tell you something because you always spazzing out, then you probably never going to find out before they actually do it, because you probably not going to take accountability for what they saying to you, right?
Yeah, and I also want to say too, sometimes a person can know what it is what your needs are, what it
Oh
is that you
yeah.
like, what it is that's going to have you happy. And they
Mm-hmm.
might do those things,
Mm-hmm.
and they might even overdo those things.
Is there a such
Just,
thing as overdoing it though? Like, you mean like in a good way? Overdo those things in a good way?
yeah, in a
Okay.
good way.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the other person is enjoying it.
Okay.
So it's in a good way for the other person.
Right.
But
For the receiver.
it could be overdone, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And what I mean by that is sometimes a person can do all of the things. I'm talking about all of the things that you're looking for in the opposite sex in your partner.
Correct.
And the purpose of them doing that is so they can continue to lie to you and continue to cheat.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Mm.
yeah, because you got to think about it. It's a form of manipulation in a way. It's almost kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, I know what this person likes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to give this person what they like. I'm going to
Right.
continue to fulfill all of those gray areas. So that
Mm-hmm.
way, when I go over here and do what it is I need to do,
Mm-hmm.
because they're so satisfied and happy in that particular area,
Right.
whatever I say on this end
Mm-hmm.
just might be something that the person is willing to just be like, oh, okay, well, that's what it is. It is what it is, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And
Let
I
me.
need people to be aware of that, because that does happen. And, and, you know, I just need y'all to be aware of that. There are some people that are at an advanced level of manipulation and deception,
That is
and
horrible.
and and they've had practice. They've had,
So they set out to manipulate you then.
they might
Basically.
not have set out to do it. They might not have set
They
out to
just
do
don't
it.
realize they doing it?
No, they know that they're doing it. They know that they're doing it. It's just they might not have set out to do it. Like something might have came up to where they feel like, okay, you know what? I want to do this. It isn't right, but this is something that I want to do,
Mm.
you know? And I'm going to make sure that my partner is completely satisfied, completely
Right.
happy, completely satisfied before I go out and do this particular thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost kind of like somebody coming, like your partner coming to
I never thought of that.
your partner coming to see you before they leave out of town.
Uh-huh.
Right. And then
Yeah.
when they come and see you, everything is great. Everything is in order. Like you just giving them everything. The energy is great. Everything is cool. And you leave that person completely satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when you leave, right, you do whatever it is you want to do
I don't
when you
agree.
out.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, but I'm
What if
just
the
saying.
person, but what if the person is constantly showing you the same thing? Some people who manipulate you in the way you talking about, they'll do it sporadically when they want to do wrong. So of course they're going to give you everything that you want and keep you satisfied before your scenario, they go out of town. But if they constantly doing that and they constantly showing you that this is just who they are and they doing it because they actually love you and they want to keep you satisfied, that's a difference.
Well, I guess it could be a difference if
it is.
If the person didn't already know that this is something that I'm going to be doing, or if the person was already doing that in previous relationships. You know what I mean?
Already doing it.
Like what I mean by like, okay, if a person like like how a serial killer is a serial killer. They've killed before and they've killed so many times that they already know that this is just something I'm going to continue to do. I've done it so many times because that's just how our mind and our body works. If you do something on a regular basis and you continue to do it over and over and over again, it becomes a part of your character. It becomes who you are. You know, that's why promiscuous women, it's hard for them to stop being promiscuous because they've been promiscuous for so many years, for so long. They can't just wake up one day and say, bloop, you know what? I'm not going to be doing this
with
no
anything.
more.
You can't wake up and just stop it.
Exactly.
It's just, it takes a special, I believe it takes a special person to pull that out of you to actually make you want to change. That person has to want to stop that.
I agree 100%. They have to want to stop. I agree 100%.
And when they want to stop, that's when it starts to show.
If they're working on it, because it's like a person could want something to happen for themselves. But that habit, that addiction of whatever it is that they want, the opposite of whatever it is that they want, it'll come back. It'll come back to haunt them, if you will. It's like, yeah, I can hold off, or I can do this I want it in my mind and heart. I want to do this for the rest of my life. But because of that addiction to it, because of that time that I done put in doing this particular thing, it'll come back to haunt you. And to give an example, I know a person, I'm not going to say who it is, but I know a person who was smoking cigarettes for like 25, like 30 years. And then they cut the cigarette smoke cold turkey, right? And 15, 20 years later, after they done never touched a cigarette before, they've told me that every time they see somebody with a cigarette, they have that craving. They still crave that cigarette. But
do they act on it?
No, they don't. I'm not saying that they're going to act on it. But what I'm saying is, it's still there. It's still in them. You know what I mean? It's a part of you because you've done it so many times, because you've done it for so long. It can still be a part of you. And that goes back to what we was talking about in part 1 and part 2, where the discipline comes into play. Because if you start having that feeling of doing a particular thing again that you've done before, and you don't have the discipline, or you're not with somebody that I guess is the connection, I guess, is strong enough to prevent you from doing what you used to do, you will find yourself doing the same thing that you did before. You know what I'm saying?
Or could it be just like the person is just like overthinking the situation and thinking that that's what's going to happen, instead of really knowing that this person is just for you. You know what I mean? Like, that person doesn't want to do anything to make you feel any kind of way. They want to keep you satisfied. They want you to know that they're not going anywhere. They don't want you to go anywhere. So by them doing whatever acts it is that they do to keep you satisfied. It could be communication. It could be just listening. It could be a number of things that person is doing to keep you satisfied. And Uni, I don't know if I'm just going to say, I don't believe you've ever been cheated on. So
no,
that you know of. I don't know.
I know I've been lied to, and I know I've been cheated on. No doubt.
Did they do that? Did they do what you said, like a form of manipulation? Like before they cheated, did they go out and you know what I mean? Did they do those things?
See, and this is just it. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men out there that feel what I'm feeling. There's some women out there that will not get caught because they are extremely intelligent. They're witty. They've had practice. They know how to do things to where they just will not get caught. And
so
not to mention,
basically saying women cheat different than men.
No, well, I've said that before. I've already told you that.
It's what you're saying right now.
Women, because men aren't that calculated when it comes to cheating. Because men, they kind of, when a man cheats, it's almost like a mistake. He really didn't want to do it, but I'm serious. Like, I mean,
he didn't want to do it, but you said like, so he was forced into doing it.
No, I didn't. No, don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's just different. Okay. Where our bodies, our biology, everything is just different. That's why a man can go out there and impregnate 100 women in a month, but a woman can only get pregnant once for 9 months. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, our bodies are different, and so the point I'm trying to make is, like, women have a way of doing certain things when it comes to that particular aspect. And all I'm saying is, if something like that, you don't always have the proof of it, but there's a feeling. It's a feeling that you get. It's a change up in energy. It's a change up in certain things, the way she moves when she comes around you. It's almost kind of like you can feel the change up. And I really don't know how to explain it, but I know my men out there know what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure there's some women out there that know what I'm talking about because they've seen it in their man. Like, their man might have went out and did something and he done came home and now he's kind of acting a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Or he starts an argument so he don't have to interact with you throughout the day.
It could be a whole bunch of different stuff that just, that'll have you like, I don't have the proof, but something isn't right. Something isn't right. And so it almost kind of goes.
If they had a open communication from the get-go, from the beginning, then if they did something, I'm pretty sure if they was going to do something, then they would sit down and talk to their partner, especially if they had, like I said, or whatever it is they feel like they want to do.
Not if they don't want to lose. So? Not if they don't want to lose that partner. No.
But what I'm saying is, if you have that open communication and you've talked to your person about everything from the beginning, and if they feel like they want to do something, I'm pretty sure they shouldn't have a problem sitting that person down and talking to them. That's part of the problem. But people don't want, like you said, fear losing them. Okay, cool. But if you really trust that person and if you really are able to sit down and talk to somebody, that person that you've been talking to, let them know what's up before it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier that part. If that part that you're talking about was easy for people to do, wouldn't nobody be cheating in this world? Everybody will be going to their partner and telling them exactly what they're about to do before they do it.
And guess what? Their partner has an option of helping that person realize what it is they got, or if it don't even have to go that far, because if you have open communication and you feel in a certain kind of way, you talk to that person, even if it's not about what you feel like I want to go and be with XYZ. If it's just, I'm not being satisfied in this way, or this is what I need and I don't feel like I'm getting it from you. That's the kind of communication I'm talking about. That steps like that can prevent somebody from going out and actually doing what they already have in their mind.
I
If I'm
agree.
not giving you head, like, and I know you love head, of course it's gonna be like,
Yeah,
this is
you're
what I
gonna feel,
love.
you're gonna, right.
Yeah, this is
Exactly.
what I love. And if a woman's just doing it out of obligation, then that's not good either.
No,
Like,
it's
you
not.
got to
Because the
know
man is
what
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
be able
know.
to tell that you're just doing it just because. Yeah.
Exactly.
And not
You
because you
should be
actually want
able
to do it.
to, and this is
Mhm.
the part that people skip when they get into relationships. If you don't have the time to learn somebody, or if you don't learn the person that you with, you're never going to know how to keep them actually satisfied. It's not going to naturally just happen. You have to learn somebody to know what it
Mhm.
is that they want, what their needs are. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Sit down and talk to that person so you can have a better understanding. So you won't feel forced to do something that it is that you're not comfortable doing.
Right. And what does it take to really learn somebody, to know somebody?
Exactly.
You have to analyze them. You have to watch
And
their
you
moves.
analyze a lot of stuff in life.
Me personally,
You
yeah, I analyze everything.
life.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything in it.
Everything in this world,
Yeah.
from the relationships to the air we breathe. Like, I'm constantly sitting there and I'm watching and I'm analyzing. And
Of course.
a person, I guess, would call me an overthinker. I would call myself an overthinker, but there's a
He's a
pro and a
professional
con.
overthinker.
There's a pro and a con that comes with overthinking. One,
What's the pro?
the pro is I'm going to see it before it happens,
Mm-hmm.
because everything
You
has a
scanned it.
pattern.
Yeah.
There's a pattern that people are in. They might not even realize that they're in that pattern, but there's a pattern. They'll do or say a particular thing at this particular time,
Right.
and then some time will go by, and then they'll say and do the same thing they did before at this particular time. And so it creates a pattern. And so because of that, you kind of know what's about to pop up before it even pops up. So that's one of the pros. The cons is being that you are overanalyzing and you still don't know the full scope of that particular individual. And because if that particular individual is withholding some information or being deceitful, or it's going to create gray areas that you have to fill in. And that's where the con is, because now you're filling in gray areas that particular person that you're analyzing either didn't fill in or has hidden from you, so you don't see it. And
So
that's where the con comes in, and you could fill in those gray areas with the wrong information. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
but
so,
before filling those in and you talk to that person, like, are they not giving you are you just not getting the information you want to hear? Or if they telling you something, you just don't believe them, so you feel it in yourself anyway?
well, that's just it. It kind of goes, like, for me, it kind of goes back to the history with that particular person. Like, if that person has shown me that they're not going to tell me the full story, then yes, it's going to be hard for me to believe the story that's being told. It's like, yeah, I believe what you're telling me happened, but I also believe there's a lot of stuff that you done left out because
So you basically want
you've
proof
done
of
that
everything.
before. No, it's not about proof. It's a feeling. Like, there's some people that you can come across, and like, matter of fact, there's people that I've known for many, many years, and I have no feeling of them being deceitful. Zero. I don't have that energy towards it. And everything that they say, I just don't have that particular feeling. I don't feel like what they're saying is being deceitful. And then there's other people that I'm around and they can talk, and I have that feeling like, you know what I mean? And so, no, there's not always proof, but we've all been blessed with the ability to feel energy, the ability to, and and this goes for everybody out there, it's not what the person is doing for you. How does that person make you feel when it's all said and done?
Yeah.
Are you continuously feeling like something is up?
At that point, what do you do? If you continuously feel like something's up, what do you do?
I think if you're continuously feeling like something is up, then you need to let that person know that, hey, this is how I'm feeling. And then when that person says whatever they says, if you're still continuing to feel like that, then you're gonna have to, let that person know, like, hey, the way I'm feeling on a regular basis when I'm around you is not conducive to what it is I'm trying to do or how I'm trying to feel on a day-to-day basis. So we're either going to have to like not spend as much time together so I'm not feeling that way, or we need to go our separate ways. But whatever it is, something needs to happen if that's a feeling that you don't want to continue to happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all you can do. There's really, because you can't control what the next person does. You can't control what's in that person and what they're willing to do. You have no control over that. But what you do have control over is what you're willing to accept. And
okay, so let me ask this. So if you're feeling that way, right? And this person is doing everything that they can to show you that, hey, that's not what it is, or you've talked about it and they're saying that's not what it is, and they're trying to show you, but you still feel that way, wouldn't that be something that you're going to have to fix yourself? Because if they showing you and they letting you know, you might just have to move on from it.
It might be something that can't be fixed because whatever it is that has that person feeling like that, it was because of something that previously happened. Like you're
but
not,
that's kind of like holding on to something. That's
it is, but you could forgive, but you can't forget. Like
exactly,
and
that's
you
correct.
And that's what it is. You can forgive, but you can't
forgive for yourself.
Forget. Right.
Honestly.
But you can't forget. And because you can't forget, yes, it is something that you're going to hold on to because you're not supposed to forget. You're not supposed to forget. No, you're going to bring it up when you're feeling that way. Like I know for me, like when I'm with somebody and I'm feeling great. Like just all around it, I'm letting them know, like, hey, I'm feeling great. This is great. But when I start feeling like something's up, something ain't right, then it's like,
but what can give that person that feeling if that person, I don't know what that person done. I don't know. If that person hasn't really done anything and you just start feeling like it, like, then what do you do about that situation?
Well,
because I know everything happens. And sometimes the other person doesn't say anything to that person to, to prevent an argument or whatever. But if you feeling that way, the moment you feeling that way, then you should speak up because that person may not even know what the hell you talking about, what's going on. And I believe that when people start accusing, when people start feeling a way that you feel, then it can push the other person away. The point is, you're not trying to push that person away. If you really love that person and you trying to be with that person, you have to let them know what is going on because I can love you to death. I can love you to death. I can do everything for you, that it is that I want to do. I could be cooking. I could be cleaning. I could have that communication factor. I could be giving you head on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? But you still gonna feel that way. If you do not let a person know how you feeling, it's going to create a problem. And then that person is gonna start feeling like, oh, well, shit, I ain't good enough. So when they start feeling like they're not good enough, that can actually cause a person to just kind of distance themselves from you. And before the distance, what happens? Then they can get latched on to somebody else.
Yeah.
Emotionally. And not just physically, guys.
Right, emotionally. And when a woman gets latched onto somebody else emotionally, it's pretty much a wrap. And that might be exactly like what the course of action is supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like situations occur, uh uh opportunities, if you will, happen
Mm-hmm.
that puts you in a position where you might not have found yourself in this position. You might not have found
Mm-hmm.
yourself in this vulnerable position because of what you was going through with whoever you was with, but you
Right.
are because of what's transpiring. Then you find yourself around these other people and they're giving you this energy. They filling you up with all this
Mm-hmm.
positive energy because you was feeling down, or you might have been feeling
Mm-hmm.
some type of way because of what you just previously went through. And
Right.
now you attach yourself to that particular person. The way I see it is, if that happens, then that's what was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what was supposed to happen. And so that's the way I look at it. And to go back to what you were saying earlier, as far as accusing the other person,
Mm-hmm. It
like,
happens.
and so sometimes not talking about it, if you know you can't hold this particular conversation with a person
Mm-hmm.
without accusing them of it, then you don't talk about it. And that I found
Well,
myself
that's
in
what your
that
feeling
particular.
is, though.
No,
That's
your
what the
feeling
feeling
isn't
is.
accusing them. See, that's just it. Your feeling isn't necessarily accusing them. Your feeling is just how you're feeling. That doesn't mean that you're accusing them of it. All you're doing is you're going off of your particular feeling. This is how I feel right now. I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
this is what's happening. I'm saying
Right.
this is how I feel. And
But you
so if
carrying that
you,
feeling around and that person, I mean, like, at what point are you supposed to talk with your significant other, partner, what have you, about how you feeling? And we know we can't all go off of feelings, because if I went off of feelings and my emotions, I'd be a damn train wreck. So I have to mask those, and I have to move
Mhm.
carefully when it comes to my feelings and my emotions, because Kiki might come out, and
no, yeah,
nobody wants
hey,
Kiki
y'all,
come out. Okay.
y'all don't want Kiki to come out. Hey, listen, y'all don't
Kiki
want Kiki to come
truly
out.
goes off of feeling and emotion. You know what I mean? That's what drives her. And
Kiki
when I
is
tell
all
y'all,
emotion.
Kiki, like, let me explain to y'all my little, my little alter ego. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. My inner ego person.
Yeah, I'm putting it
She
on you.
comes out when, she gets to a place where her emotions are so high because of whatever it is that Keish is talking about, right? And she takes over. It's like the crying, and I'm not yelling, but it's my
Oh,
emotions
nah,
coming
you
out.
you be yelling.
You know what I mean?
Okay, let's say you're
It's
raising
just
your voice.
I'm raising my voice, right? I'm not yelling, I'm
You're
raising
not
my
yelling,
voice.
you're raising your voice.
But it's just that. It's like, if you have a feeling, sometimes when you let those feelings bottle up inside, then the rage start coming behind those feelings, and then emotion starts coming out, and then ain't no telling what you gonna say, what you gonna do. That's why when you have something going on inside and you thinking something about your partner, it's best to just go ahead and put it on the table so y'all can have a conversation about it. Uni, I'm not the easiest person to talk to when it comes to certain things,
Yeah, I know.
because
Because we do a lot of talking.
things that I've been through.
Yeah.
But when you start to think and you start to realize what the other person is saying, he's not attacking you, but he's trying to get you to open up and trying to get you to a place where you are comfortable enough talking about situations. I'm guilty, okay? Because I was that person that it was hard for somebody to talk to me about certain things because of what I was going through and what I've been through.
Right. And a lot of us has been in that before, for sure.
Yeah,
In
so
that
like
same
these
situation.
feelings that you may have, it may not be comfortable for me to talk to my dude about I don't know how I'm feeling about a certain situation, right? I know y'all want me to get into my little personal life, but I ain't going to. Y'all was waiting for it. No, but it may be uncomfortable for me. What I'm saying, it may be uncomfortable for me to talk to the guy I'm with about certain situations, but I know if it's going to hinder the relationship and it may cause certain things to happen, I know that it's my responsibility to actually come forward and say something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say something to him. Sit down, have a communication. It's not going to always be the best conversation, but it needs to be had. And I promise you, like £1,000,000 is lifted off your shoulders after you had that conversation.
Well, let me ask you, how many times have you had to go to your dude
I haven't.
in startup? You never done it, huh?
Not the one I'm with now, no.
Yeah, and most women don't. And most men don't.
Before I did, though.
Most, well, maybe you did. But
before
I'm just saying.
I did, and I think that was part of what was wrong with me. I had to heal before I could actually give myself again to somebody. You know what I mean? Because when I did before, I used to go to an ex or something like that. When they did something, it was always I got shut down. It was like I'm crazy, or they just made you feel like you just did not want to talk about it because you became the problem for bringing up their problem that they was doing. So I had to learn.
But I guess what I was asking you originally is, when have you went to one of your partners about something that you're doing wrong or something that you're feeling?
Well, see, that's just
that is wrong, but you have to go and hold this whole difficult conversation with them.
Exactly. I cannot say that I've actually just went to them and did that.
Right.
But I don't feel like I've had a reason to do that. And sometimes you don't know what it is that you're doing unless the other person brings it up to your attention. When that other person brings it up to your attention on what you could possibly be doing wrong, and you sit back and think, that's the problem. People, let's just say if we dating, and you tell me something that I'm doing wrong, and I'm not actively listening to what you're saying because I just feel like you're attacking me, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not listening. If that person's not listening, then you're never going to get through to them, and they're never going to see what it is they're actually doing.
Right.
And that's where accountability comes in. So if you sit down and tell me, hey, I feel like this is what you're doing, and I want you to see it. I'm not coming at you, but I've noticed X, Y, Z. And I sit back and I do this. And I think about it, right? Well, maybe I did do that. Like, if he didn't really care, he wouldn't say nothing, right?
That's true.
He would let this behavior to continue to go the way it is.
If he was trying to keep the stuff together, he would definitely bring it up. But
exactly.
But let me speak from the other side now.
Okay.
Let me speak from the man's side.
Yeah.
What if that particular man has went to that particular woman on multiple occasions,
right,
and tried to explain to her what he's feeling or what he sees,
right,
and she just doesn't get it. She doesn't see why he's feeling that way, or she doesn't see what she's actually doing to have him feeling that way. What does he do then? That's my question to you. Like, what does a man do then?
I mean, if she's not taking no action at all, if she's not taking zero accountability.
Let's say she wants to, but she just don't see it.
The only thing you can do at that point, the only thing that she can do is try to help you let you know that that's not what it is. And
how would she do that?
I mean, it's about talking to you. It's about being with you. It's about being honest with you about every aspect and showing you. Sometimes you have to show and prove. We're not all perfect.
It is show and prove. It is. So with you saying that, it is show and prove. Now, if you're in a relationship,
you don't deal.
I know I don't deal, but I'm just speaking in general. I'm speaking in general. If you're dealing with somebody, right, and we know it's show and prove. I think I have put up a post on Instagram where this lady has said that trust is to be proven. You know what I mean? Now, not given, but proven, right?
Proven. Mm-hmm.
And so if you're dealing with somebody or in a situation or a connection or a relationship with somebody,
whatever,
and you doing all of this proof on this end on what you're saying is right, but then on the flip side of that, there's been instances that's been proven the total opposite. What happens then? Like, is he supposed to just forget all of that stuff and say, okay, well, this side is what it is, and all this side over here that's happened before really wasn't nothing. It was just that's not a part of who they are. That's just like what does a person do then?
I believe that everybody has their different flaws when it comes to a relationship. And that just may be a flaw on their end. If they do something that you wouldn't do on your end, you cannot fault them for doing it different. People move different in every aspect of this world because we're all human.
I agree.
We're all different. Nobody else has the same mind. Everybody is different on how they handle situations. What you may do that you feel is the correct way, somebody else may do it different. You just can't continue to hold that person to how they do things. They may gradually do things the way that you may see fit eventually, but just to bash them or just to feel some kind of way because they didn't do it the way that you feel like it should be handled, I don't agree with that.
Well, let me ask you this. And I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that. If you come across somebody and they do something that you just would never do, you'll find yourself never do it. Let's say, let's say there was some children involved.
Okay.
Right? And this person was to do something and the children was involved and it actually affected the children.
Yeah.
Right? And you told yourself that this is something that I would never do.
Never do.
Right?
Yeah.
At that point, is that person supposed to just do what you just said and be like, well, maybe sometimes you just got to accept that people do different things differently and you can't fault them for what they did. I mean, is that so? Are we using that for that as well?
No, it depends on what the degree of the situation is. Every situation is handled different with everybody. I'm not saying because I don't know, my late uncle was a pimp and that's all I seen. And, I would never do that. But then you go out and you get somebody and you know what I'm saying? It's like you pimping them anyway. It's you cannot hold a person to the way that you want something done. You have to learn that people are going to do things differently. If it's not absolutely 100% the way that you would do it, but they are taking the necessary measures and you do see something, movement, then you have to roll with that. It's not them just...
Do you have to?
You don't have to. I'm sorry. Let me take it back. You can roll with it or not.
Right.
There we go. You can roll with it or not, but if that person is actually showing you that they love you and that they are for you, because for me, I'm just going to say, for me, I can't, like, people when they're younger, they have all the energy in the world and all the attention span in the world to give to multiple people, right? And as you get older, for me, as a woman, I don't want too many people around me.
Not too many.
I don't want to talk to hardly anybody.
Yeah.
If I'm with one person, that's all I got the energy for. I don't have the energy to give to nobody else. I don't have the energy to talk to nobody else on the phone because for what? What am I talking to you for? I don't even want to talk to people at work. I actually have to just smile and just laugh it off or, act like I'm listening. I hate to say that
And
because
I'm pretty
people I
sure,
work with is probably
yeah,
listening.
it's probably watching, yeah, and they know
But you know what I'm
they know that's
saying?
something that you got to do on a regular basis, and
Yeah,
they know you love them. It's just you're not
yeah,
always
but
in that same mood to be all, but you still got to
yeah.
put on that front. Yeah, I get
But
it.
at the same time,
I
when
get it.
I'm with just one person, that's enough for me. I
Yeah,
can't go out and give myself to this person or that person. I don't care. I just cannot do it because I feel, in a sense, I feel like, why would I give myself to somebody else when I'm trying to give my all to this one person?
yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
I get that.
For me, it doesn't work.
So
It doesn't work for me.
basically, what we're talking about is, and I hope y'all are getting what we're laying down, to truly prevent somebody from cheating.
Mm-hmm.
It has something to do with what you're doing on your end, but when it's all said and done, it comes down to that individual person and what they want to do.
Exactly.
And what they want to do, you have no control over it.
Correct.
None. All
Correct.
you can do.
Discipline.
All you can
do.
That
person has to be disciplined, right?
Well, no, not even just that.
It's not just that, but I'm just saying that is a part of it.
Yeah,
that's a part of it. Yeah. You have to want to please that other person you with. You have women, you have to submit. And we talked about this in, I don't know, 3 episodes over.
But see, at the same time, you gotta think about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All we can do as individuals in a relationship, nobody wants their partner to go out there and step out. Nobody wants that, right? All we can truly do on our end as an individual in that particular relationship,
right,
is keep our eyes and our ears and our emotions open to that other person.
Yeah.
Seeing what they do, how they move, how they act, how they make you feel, the whole 9, right? That's all you can do. And then based off of the actions, because you know how I am, Keish, I don't go off words at all. No. I can really care less what you tell me, because people will say whatever. Like I really don't care about, I don't even want to hear it, really, to be honest with you. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you say I love you. I don't want to hear you say I miss you.
I want you to display it and show it.
I want to see it. I want to see it in your actions. I know when a person is truly missing me because their actions is going to show that they're missing me. And you know how their actions will show that they're missing me?
How's that?
By the way they act as soon as they come around me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You can tell when a person truly miss you, because when they finally get around you, they're going to act a certain way. But a person that's over there saying, "Oh, I miss you, I can't wait, I wish you was here, and then when they see you, it's like, hey,
do people actually do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's happened
to
me. It's happened to me. It's happened to me. And
it's happened to you.
It's happened to me
recently.
Yeah, I would say recently. Recently, well. And it wasn't like a, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" type of thing. It was just before the site or before the link up. It was, "I miss you, I wish you was here with me, this pillow is you, and all this woot, right?" And then when it came around, when she came around, I guess because of what happened previously in that day or in that morning, I don't know, maybe she might have been going through something, but when she came around, like, the energy was different.
Is she going through something? You can't just be like, she don't miss you because she going through something. Stop it. I'm pretty sure she showed you eventually that she actually did miss you. Stop it.
All I'm saying is,
don't do that.
All I'm saying is that initial meeting, like, it wasn't a "I miss you" type of thing. It was more so like,
So what are you used to when somebody tell you they miss you? Like, are you used to hugs and kisses? What is going on?
No, it just goes back, for me, it just goes back to what I was saying. I don't go off a person's words. And I personally believe that nobody should go off people's words because
Mm-hmm.
people lie. They
Mm-hmm.
lie and they will continue to lie. And I hate to say
Right.
it. I know y'all not going to like it, but women, they are great at it. You know what I'm
Men are
saying?
great at it.
No, man,
You
we
said
are,
no?
men are
Oh
not
my
good at
God. A
lying.
man will look
No,
you dead in your face after he get
that doesn't
done
make
eating
them
some
good at it.
pussy and tell you that,
But
like,
that
no,
doesn't
I'm
make them
not being
good
with
at it.
another woman.
And y'all don't
And
believe
be
him either.
serious is all I
Yeah, and
do.
y'all don't believe him either. You know why? Because he's horrible at lying. Man, all women know, and they would chime in on this. All women know that they know when their
They will
man.
have
They
alibis. They will
know.
contact their friends before they even get. Hey, make sure that if she call you,
Listen,
you tell her that I was
listen,
with you, and we
listen.
did X, Y, Z.
Women,
Nah, get out of here.
women
Men
know.
lie.
No, I didn't. I never said they didn't. I said
Lie
we're
when it
not
comes to
good at it.
cheating.
I said
Y'all
we're
are
not
good at.
good
Some
at
men are
it.
good at it because that's what they've been practicing for
That's why
years.
men continuously get caught.
Some men
That's why men
can lie
continuously
their
to
way
get
out of
caught.
every situation.
I'm not saying
Women too. Y'all can do it too.
I'm not saying all. What I'm saying is women are great at it because y'all put more thought into it. Like y'all have a drawn out plan with the lie. A man to just lie and not have no backup, no, just to be doing it. And that's why I said, man ain't really all that great at lying because we're truth tellers. We want to tell the truth, and so when we lie,
Not
we
all of
get
y'all.
caught.
The most of y'all
Well, it's in our nature to
out
do it.
here.
It's in our nature to do it. But I'm just from my personal experience. Women are sneaky.
What men are
Women are
sneakier?
sneaky.
What can you
Women,
do to prevent your woman from wanting to go out and cheat though? Like
well, I
what
think
is it
everything
that
that
you
we've
would
been
do?
talking about, is what needs to happen. Like to prevent your woman from cheating is something that is an impossibility
Oh yeah,
on your end.
absolutely. Yeah.
If she wants to do it, she's going
She's
to
gonna
do it.
do it. Anybody.
Regardless on what you're doing. You could be doing
Mm-hmm.
everything right? But if that's something
Yep.
that person wants to do, they're going to do it. Point blank, period.
Suck the soul out of his body so he ain't gonna have energy to do nothing else, ladies.
I mean, that's one way of keeping them, That's one
he
way of
ain't gonna
keeping
have
them.
no energy to do nothing else. You just gonna give him that, give him that, suck the soul
And
out.
there's some
He
men
ain't gonna
out
be able to
there.
talk.
And there's some man out there. There's some man out there that will receive that and still
do it.
find a way to be out there.
That's
You know
so
what
messy.
I mean? And
That's so
unfortunately, is all you can do is the preventive measures, but nothing's 100%. If that person
Right.
wants to do something, they're going to do it. Point blank, period. And so,
what I always thought about? I thought about and ladies, I don't know if y'all the same way, but for me, when I got a man that I know that he's not cheating, like I'm just gonna say it, his dick is my dick, right? It's just mine. So I know that I can sit on it, I can spit on it, I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to do cartwheels on it, I can do it, right? And I don't have to worry about him going out and thinking like, what is it that another woman can do that my woman ain't doing? Like, I'm just gonna do it all because I know it's mine.
mm-hmm.
So if a man starts cheating, men, think about this. If y'all start cheating on y'all's women who are doing everything that you love for her to do, and there's so many women out here, not all women, but there's women out here who are just with different men and men who are with different women all the time. You know what I mean? And then you bring that home. Like, I wouldn't even want to give you head if I feel like you out there just poking and prodding. I just wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
So if you love getting head and you getting it and she's not obligated to do it and she's not doing it just because she, feels like that's what you want, y'all need to stay at home with that. You know what I mean? If you want to try different things with your lady. But don't just go out there and get it just because you need a quick nut. No, let your lady take care of your needs. Ladies, y'all should want to take care of y'all men needs so y'all can do whatever it is y'all want to do on the dick.
That's right, and I agree. And it's the same way with on the male side. It's like if you being that man and you being that example of what a man should be, you doing what you can to make sure that woman is taken care of, in whatever way you do it. Like me personally, I like to make sure that my woman stays with food. To me, I think to make sure that
Feed your women.
is like she is not going to go hungry around me.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that is like a really big deal. You know what I mean? Like,
is it a really big deal?
I think it's a really big deal.
A lot of women, it is.
Women, and this is for the men. Man, let me take the screen. Fellas, I'm just going to tell y'all. Feed your women. Okay?
Feed your women.
Feed your
But what else
woman.
can you do besides feed your women to make sure she's satisfied? You
there's a lot of stuff.
Say, I'm going to put a plate of food in front of you just to make sure.
Just her knowing that you're going to be there for her regardless. Even if you're upset with her. Even if you don't want nothing to do with her because you're so pissed off at something that she did, when it's all said and done, if she really truly needed you, you would be there for her. Like her having that security, her having that comfort and knowing that is something that you can do. And I can't say on a man's part as far as keeping a woman from cheating on you with sex, because women
man, this is so good. Make sure y'all subscribing.
You can't you're not gonna keep a woman from cheating on you with just
by sex. Right.
It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
Because a woman can get sex from anywhere. She can get a penis from anywhere.
I believe that a man can keep his woman from cheating, because remember, women cheat more emotionally than they do, I believe, physically. If you taking care of your woman's emotional needs, if you taking care of satisfying her in that way, if she can come to you and talk to you and y'all can have real ass conversations, she ain't gonna get it from nowhere else. She ain't gonna want to talk to nobody else like that. And she shouldn't want to anyway. But I'm just saying, that's for me.
Yeah. I mean, she shouldn't want to, but
But if a man's not providing that, if he's not there emotionally, if he's not there mentally, if that connection with her is not on a deeper level, that's why he said women can get sex from any man. Because any man, what did you say the other day? I believe we was talking. You was like, a man can offer, a woman a ride, and
he's offering penis.
Yeah.
A man can hold a door. A man can hold a door open for a woman, and he's offering her penis.
And he's offering her penis.
Yeah.
If a woman is satisfied intellectually, mentally, emotionally, she's not going to have to go outside the house and get that from nobody else. Like, she's just not. And this is why, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. A lot of women out here, I've noticed, are leaning towards women and starting to date women because they getting an emotional part of that woman, because they, you know what I mean? Like, they can understand each other. But it means so much more if a woman can come to her man and talk to her man without him acting like he's listening, and he's actually showing her that he's listening and he actually gives a fuck about what she's talking about.
Yeah. And
I'm not going to do that.
And I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to offend anybody.
I'm not offending you. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
But I mean, it makes sense what you're saying. It do. I don't know if you're justifying the reason for it happening or not happening.
There's no justification for cheating. Let me be very clear.
Okay.
There's no justification for cheating.
I was just one of the reasons on why. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. One of the reasons why.
And I want to make sure the listeners get it too.
Yeah, like
she's
I know everything I'm saying is not, I'm just,
yeah, yeah.
attacking y'all. This is what I personally believe. Like I think. When I say something is I think.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm wrong, please correct me politically. Don't come after me, but just be like, hey, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Because we've had that conversation too, where people just like, I'm coming for you. I don't care what you say.
Right. Right.
But no, this is just what I believe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a man can be there for his woman emotionally, and she can be the happiest person in the world. It ain't even about sex.
Well, go ahead and tell them with your closing statement. With
I just did it. No.
Oh, okay.
No. But seriously, like a woman needs a man to be there emotionally, mentally, and the physical is great as well. Because if y'all are connected and y'all have all of that entwined with one, I don't believe she has a reason to stray out and cheat. A man, I believe that if a woman is keeping a man happy, and mostly men are very happy if they're getting what it is they're satisfied in the bedroom. Uni, you tell me if I'm wrong. I know I heard you say before in previous episodes that you, I don't know, you love head or whatever. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But if you're receiving
I think most
that,
men do, really. But I know I do.
If you are receiving that and she's doing it because she knows you like it and because it satisfies her as well. Because some women are like that. I'm one of those people. Like, I'm going to do it for me too, because I get excited. But if you're getting that and you're receiving that, that makes things so much better. He doesn't even have to go out. A man is going to look but don't touch other women, right? But if he's receiving everything he needs at home, y'all should be solid.
Nice. And I'm going to say, I'm going to start off with the fellas. Fellas, there's no sure way of preventing your woman from stepping out on you. There are things that you can do. And what I say to the fellas is be true with yourself, be true with your feelings, and be true to her, and make sure you speak to her about your feelings. Okay? If for some reason you speak to her about your feelings and it still doesn't change anything, or you still continue to feel the way you feel, then at some point in time, you're going to have to make a decision with yourself and with her and just say, we either need to go our separate ways or we need to come up with something that's going to stop or prevent me from feeling this particular way. And then you just move on from there. It may hurt. It may be something you don't want to do, but it might be something that needs to happen. Okay? As far as the ladies out there, I'm going to say everything Keisha said is 100% true. But just like I said with the men, there's no sure way of keeping your man from cheating on you. You can be doing everything that Keisha was talking about, and he can still step out on you. Okay? But at least you'll be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I did everything I was supposed to do on my end.
Correct.
That was just him. That was just in him to do that. So you'll be able to sleep at night.
And there are men out here that do not cheat. And there are women out here that do not cheat. They may have cheated previously, but now, as you get older,
it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe, but
it is hard to believe.
I do agree. There are some people out there that don't.
It's far and few between, but they are there.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, well, Keish, this has been another great episode. This is probably the last part of the cheating within a relationship. Hopefully, we, between these three parts, we've kind of covered a lot of things pertaining to cheating. What you think, Keish? You think we done
I believe
covered?
we touched on a lot of good points, the main points of cheating. Of course, this can be an infinite conversation.
It is, and it can be,
but
yeah.
Of course, we may revisit it one day and kind of come back to it.
Someday in the future,
Hopefully you guys learned, like Uni said, you guys got something out of 1, 2, and this part 3. That is actually going to help you to either stay, recognize what's going on, or just, bow out peacefully.
Right.
You don't have to stay.
Right. That's right. That's right.
You don't.
So
hopefully we helped you guys out.
Yeah. And make sure you
say it. You gonna say it.
Like, comment, and subscribe. You can reach me at UnidaGod. That's UNIDAGOD on all social media platforms. If you want to contact me or Keish via email, you can contact us at talktometruthfully@gmail.com.
He knew I was waiting on it, y'all. That's why
she waiting on me to say
inquiries.
I don't know why.
Inquiries.
Like where
so
can they reach you at?
They can reach me at Lakey Nicole, and that's LAKEYNICHOLE on all platforms. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And like he said earlier, before we started, the new subscribers, we are so happy you are here. Thanks so much for joining, and hopefully we are helping you guys with our content. So comment, subscribe, and share.
Please subscribe.
Please share.
So, hey, our peoples, until next time.
We love y'all.
Love you. Peace out.
Bye.